We're water spouting the balls off of these two, let me tell you. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. You just caught me admiring the team that we've come up with. Hello and welcome to the channel. More Battle Spot. Battle Spot? God, what year are we in? More Pokemon Champions Double Battles. Now, I said in the last episode we'll be back with Mega Blastoise. We are back with Mega Blastoise. And you know what? I think part of Mega Blastoise's design might be based on a pig. If you disagree with me, can you please explain why we've just been going ham on the ladder with this team? I'm not kidding. We're around like the 3,000 rank mark. We're really high up on the ladder right now. 13-2 in the last 15 games with the team. No exaggeration. And let's just get into what we've got going on here, because it is quite an interesting team, what it has evolved into. So it is, of course, Mega Blastoise, as we said. It has Shell Smash. Now, on the original iteration of the team, I was quite reliant on Shell Smash. I use it quite rarely now, but it's still very important as a move on the team. We'll get to in which situations I do shell smash a little bit later, but of course Water Spout, Dark Pulse coverage for the Basculegions and stuff. Then we've got Tinkaton. So Tinkaton was originally there to help facilitate the shell smash because it has Mold Breaker, so you can fake out Farigiraf and Pokemon next to Farigiraf and any other Pokemon that has an ability that is trying to block priority moves. Also has Feint, so it can lift Protect, lift Wide Guard as well. So we're getting as much utility out of Blastoise as we can. And then, of course, Gigaton Hammer. Brick Break for coverage, just in case that the opponent's getting screens up. No Sitrus Berry, because it's elsewhere on the team, but Shuca Berry does a good job as a held item as well, to be fair. Honestly, probably better than Sitrus Berry. But yeah, we don't shell smash too much anyway. But Tinkaton is still very, very useful, because has great matchups into the likes of Aerodactyl and Whimsicott, and we can fake out in order to set up things like Trick Room and Tailwind on the team as well. So, speaking of Trick Room, Sinistcha. This is a standard Pokemon on Mega Blastoise teams because you want to switch it in, use the Hospitality ability to give Blastoise, topping up Blastoise's health, because of course you want to keep it healthy for the Water Spouts. Now, this Sinistcha does not have Protect. Originally it did. Originally it didn't have Trick Room, which is wild looking back, because honestly, I play Trick Room on this team more than I do Tailwind. It's like the go-to method for me when I'm executing the game plans, you know. And we've got Scald as well, which is probably the most interesting move on this set. We only have 2 water moves on the entire team, which is very strange when you look at the makeup of the team. One's on Blastoise, one's on Sinistcha. And I like Scald because it allows us to put Sinistcha opposite things like Torkoal, and then switch in our Pelipper, which we'll get to, and Scald on the same turn for big damage. Could be Protect, but I do like the Scald. I do like the Scald, so we'll see. That might change in future, but I am getting utility out of Scald as well. Next up, Talonflame. So Talonflame was like one of the original members of the team, and I was looking for a Pokemon that had access to it was Fast, Tailwind, and Rain Dance. Whimsicott only learns Sunny Day. Talonflame, the Fire-type Pokemon, gets Rain Dance. Why was I looking for a Pokemon with that combination of moves? Because I wanted a fast Tailwind to match Tailwinds. Remember, originally I didn't have Trick Room on the team. And I wanted to bait out things like Mega Charizard Y. Originally, we didn't have Pelipper on the team. We had, I forget what we had, but the team looked a little bit more Fire weak than it does now. So being able to bait out Charizard and then whack out a Rain Dance on it before it even moves when it's thinking about Solar Beam and everything. Nah, I'll just delete that. Get that out of there. Honestly, I still like it. I don't bring Talonflame too often now, but I do still like having the option of it on the team. A fast Tailwind and Hurricane as well. So we're not physical Talonflame, we're special Talonflame, and we kind of rely on the Rain, of course, with that move. But we get Rain up because, of course, Pelipper is on the team as well. This is actually one of the newest additions to the team, which is a crazy thing to say. It also has Rain Dance and Tailwind. We're doubling up, and Hurricane is literally the exact same set as Talonflame. Oh god, but for good reason. I swear, it's for good reason. So, like I say, I go down the Trick Room route with this team more often than not, and Pelipper is a great Pokemon to be able to switch in under Trick Room. I use Tailwind on like the final turns of Trick Room. I use Rain Dance. So, okay, why does Pelipper have Rain Dance? That's the big thing here. So, right now, what is incredibly popular is the Goodstuffs team that has the Whimsicott and the Glimmora, the Whimsicott Glimmora variant. Those two, Garchomp, Charizard Y, Kingambit, Basculegion. So, very, very strong team. popular for that reason. And we have an okay matchup into it. I would say that I don't know if you're talking about like ratios, maybe a 60-40 in our favor, maybe. But there'd be times where like I'm switching in Pelipper on a couple of occasions, which forces a Charizard out, pick up a KO, Charizard comes back in, and then I'm like, okay, I want to get the rain back up, switch Pelipper out. So Rain Dance, Pelipper, it is. Now originally that was Wide Guard, but what are we Wide Guarding? You're Wide Guarding things like Heat Wave, which you look at the team, we don't really need to Wide Guard Heat Wave too often, especially when Pelipper is one of the Pokemon on the field at that time. So not too worried about the Heat Waves. Earthquake is quite a big one. We've got 2 Pokemon weak to ground, but of course Tinkaton has a Shuca Berry anyway, and 2 of our Pokemon are immune to Earthquake, 1 of our Pokemon resists Earthquake. So, Wide Guard not necessarily there. And Rock Slide, which, when it comes to things like Aerodactyl, I've got Archaludon, I've got Tinkaton that I often put opposite it, and Sinistcha as well, which of course doesn't resist Rock Slide. Rock Slide's always there as an option. For opponents to just click if they're going to try and flinch us, which they often try to attempt when they realise that we're going to get tricked from up otherwise. But it is what it is. Rock Slide's always going to be there. It's not a big issue for the team, in my opinion, outside of the flinches, but flinches are going to happen. So, Rain Dance makes it onto the set. Also, there was a game that I would have lost if I had Wide Guard, because I removed Wide Guard, and then I would have used it. I was like, oh god, if I had Wide Guard right now. It was Anger Point, Paldean Tauros. The stuff on... I'll get to the stuff on High Ladder in a minute, but it was that. It had Earthquake. If I had Wide Guard, I would have clicked it. The partner Pokemon had Feint, so I didn't have Wide Guard. So I couldn't click Wide Guard. So I attacked instead. I won the game because of it. If I'd have had Wide Guard, I'd have lost. Right. Lastly, Archaludon. It's the same Archaludon as before. Choice Scarf, Stalwart ability, goated ability, honestly. The amount of Floettes we're seeing high up on the ladder, switching in the Sinistchas next to it, like, oh yeah, we go, and then Rage Powdering, and our Archaludon's like, don't care, you're gone. Only difference, of course, being, instead of Thunderbolt, we've got the Electroshock, because we got Rain for days. So there's the team ID, there's the code, there's the stats if you want to have a look. Bulky Pelipper as well. So yeah, the shit we've been facing on High Ladder, and I don't mean like shit, I mean like the shit we've been facing has been wild. Top 10,000, crazy stuff we're seeing. We're seeing that strong team that I mentioned, the Goodstuffs one, and a bunch of other stuff I faced. Belly Drum Galarian Slowbro. That seems very strange. Like the makeup of these teams is so odd. The Paldean Tauros team, that was a Whimsicott Garganical lead. And they Tailwinded. They were protected turn 1 because we let our fake out. Turn 2, they Tailwinded and went for the explosion or self-destruct. I forget which one it was. Knocked out their own Whimsicott. Got in Paldean Tauros, the water one, and Mega Pinsir, was Pinsir Mega Evolved, under their Tailwind. Storm Throwed with Pinsir. I didn't even know it got the move. Got the critical hit into the Tauros, and Tauros just starts Earthquake and everything. But we won that. Pelipper won that for us. Picks up KOs on both the Tauros and the Pinsir. The physical bulk coming in handy there as well. It's crazy. And what else? Ally Switch, Speed Swap, Alakazam. I forget what it was speed swapping, but I've been playing this game 15 years at this point. Competitively, I know what's up. I know my speed swaps strats when they're put in front of me. Also found out that Stalwart gets around Ally Switch in that game, which was pretty cool. OBS been kicking my ass. Deleted all my settings, not OBS, Streamlabs. So this is like the second episode I'm trying to record for like the 5th time. Hopefully this one works. Hopefully we get to see the team in action. Let's get into it. Okay, we have an opponent. Oh look, it's the team. It's the one I mentioned. Okay. Yeah, it's not an easy matchup because it is like the de facto team right now. What I usually do against this team. What do I usually do against this team? They usually lead the Whimsicott Glimmora. And I go with those two. I think. Is that what I do? I think that's what I do. Forgetting. You know, one thing I've realised lately doing my videos, that sometimes I'm not very good at thinking and talking at the same time. Which, not ideal when you're making videos. Sometimes it works out fine, though. Hopefully this will be one of those times. I think this is the 4 that I go with. Yeah, this looks about right. We got the fake out option turn 1, fake out and trick room. And then the rain mode in the back. Let's do it. See how it pans out. So we're sitting around like the 3,500 mark right now. 3,511, I believe. 5 win streak. Nice. It's every time. Every time. And something I like to do is not fake out turn 1. So I don't want to speak it into existence, but I've not seen Taunt on any Whimsicott I've come across yet. It's always the Moonblast, Tailwind, Encore, Protect. So they might protect turn 1, but I've had players protect turn 1, I've had players not protect turn 1. And try to double the Whimsicott. It's quite enticing for my opponent, it seems, whenever I face his team, to Earth Power the Tinkaton as well. Since Glimmora does get Earth Power. But they're having a good old think about this. Let's see. Okay, so there's a Protect from Glimmora. Moonblast. Okay. I'm always surprised by the amount of damage that does. Yeah, Whimsicott doesn't have the Sash. I think the Sash is... I think it's on Glimmora. I'm not 100% sure. We'll see. We're gonna... Well, we may find out. We may not find out. Could be on the Basculegion as well, right? Sash Basculegion. Yeah, Sashculegion, which we'll call it from now on, is a thing. Yeah, it's of course going to be Charizard coming in. It was always going to be the Charizard coming in. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to swap in Pelipper. Because I want to keep Tinkaton around. We're going to go for the... We're going to go for the Scald. So why are we going for the Scald? Because I don't want to miss the Glimmora. I want to break the Focus Sash. I don't care about residual damage on Charizard. And the only way this goes wrong is if they, like, predict the switch. Which sometimes they do predict the switch in the Tinkaton slot. And they go for, like, a Sludge Bomb. Or a Power Gem. That'd be pretty devastating. But hopefully you're going to see it. You're going to see why we've got Rain Dance on the Pelipper. Especially if Sinistcha doesn't make it out this turn. We get the free switch into Blastoise. That'd be sick. Still a ton of damage in the sun. There's the Heat Wave. We might not survive the double, depending on what they go for. Oh damn, it's the Power Gem. Oh, nice play. Okay. Okay. So Tinkaton's going to come in. Blastoise is going to come in. Yeah, I mean, like I said, this I'd say it's maybe close to 50-50 against it. No, I think 60-40, like I said in the intro. Different players play it slightly differently. This ain't over yet by any means. We're playing it in the sun. But it's all good, we've got Feint. I'm hoping we see a double protect. If we do, then that would be incredible. Let's see. Proper taking it. Are they just calcing everything? Is that what's going on here? We'll see. Yeah, in the sun, the Charizard's going to survive a Water Spout in the sun. Okay, no switches. Good stuff. So hopefully we just see a double protect. The only way this goes wrong is if they just Solar Beam with the Charizard. Oh, there's a Spiky Shield. Oh, not even a protect. Not even a protect. Wild stuff, but a good play. no, it's not enough. Okay, well, it's probably be a solar beam, innit? No, so Weatherboard. They're making sure that the Tinkaton gets out there. Fair play, honestly. They've played it well. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. If we had done things slightly differently, we'd be looking at a different kind of game here. But no be it. Are they letting the Glim go down, or is it Basculegion in the back? We might be banking on a bit of shell smashery to somehow claw this one back. I say somehow. There is a way, and that is the way. 2 turns left to Trick Room. Yeah, there's a Protect. That's interesting. That's very interesting, because I can't Shell Smash on the following turn. I mean, I can, if we're predicting like a double Protect from the Charizard. I imagine it's the Basculegion. In which case, it's game over. Because then they got, yeah, it's Basculegion. Fair play. Fair play, fair play. Let's have a look. 2 turns left of Sun. Yeah, the last respect is going to knock us out, unfortunately. But it's slower. GG. Can't really say anything about that. Just well played. Could have won it. Had ways to win. But they did what they did. GG. On to the next one. So you could see from that game that things could have been very different. You see why we got like the Rain Dance and the Pelipper. If they hadn't made a prediction, or even if they'd gone for the Sludge Bomb, we might have survived the Sludge Bomb. Not sure on the calcs there. And then we've got Rain Dance under Trick Room. Now, the old Charizard Floette combo. Been seeing a few of these as well. With a Rotom. Rotom Wash is a bit of an issue. They got their own Trick Room mode as well. They're leading the Rotom. You can't tell me otherwise. So we are probably not going for the Trick Room mode here. Yeah, we're not. They don't have Tailwind anyway. So this is usually what we'll go for against this kind of setup as well. Sneasler Floette lead? No, I said they would lead the Rotom, right? But now I'm thinking maybe it's Sneasler Floette. Wow, okay. Mimikyu and Rotom. Unexpected. I'm just going to assume that that is a Scarfed Rotom. Might even Gigaton Hammer that slot. Honestly. We're going to do that. Because if it's Scarf, they Volt Switch. If anything on this team has a Scarf, it's the Rotom, right? And then with Archaludon, I guess we just Flash Cannon, right? We just Flash Cannon the Mimikyu. Okay, so it's not Scarf Rotom. That's unfortunate. We could have got a KO on the Mimikyu here. But it's all good. We'll get some chip damage. The Quad Resist Gigaton Hammer into Rotom. What is it? Wisp. Yeah, it's a Wisp. Not too worried about that, of course. I don't really want to reveal the Brick Break, just in case they've got the King Gambit, but we don't have much of a choice here, so we're not too heavily threatened here. What are they going to do? The Tinkaton's the only thing that's really taken any damage from the Rotom. Yeah, so they're going in on the offense. They're probably predicting the switch, which is why we didn't pull a switch. Weird little stalemate what going on. I do need to be cognizant of the Rotom though, because it is an issue for Pelipper and Blastoise, of course. I'm actually going to Gigaton Hammer the Sneasler. You know what I'm going to do? We're going to pull a swap. That's what we're going to do. Now, if they Thunderbolt, that's going to be a problem. But we're going to make this play. We're going to get Pelipper, because I want our Archaludon to get back on the field and just start electro-shotting stuff. Yeah, so they're going to get the boost as well from that. It's not ideal. Oh, or maybe not. They got Poison Touch. Wild stuff. Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, no, never mind. They still got the White Herb. They don't get the boost, though, because it is Poison Touch. So our Archaludon... Oh, he's gone and he's out there! Don't worry about Archaludon outspeeding. He's gone. And they're giving us the lovely free switch. I thought that stopped on 1 HP then. Oh, the lovely free switch back in. Very kind of them. What if it's the Charizard? What if it's the Charizard though? I'm banking it on it being the Floette. But what if it's the Charizard? If it's the Charizard, it's the Charizard. Right, let's do it. It's the Floette. Thank God for that. Right. Here's what we are going to do. I think locking into the Electro Shot is the call. We're going to go into Rotom as well. +1 Electro Shot. Does it get the job done? It might. Dazzling Gleam going to get Pelipper. It might. But if we can get the Tailwind, that would be huge. I can't see him protecting the Floette. They've got to go on the offense, right? They're panicking. They're at panic station, so... Oh, they protect it. Okay, that's good. That's good to see. We're happy to see that. So Flash Cannon wouldn't get the job done anyway. Of course, it'd do a chunk. It generally does like around 60 to 70%. But it's all good. That's why we've gone for the Electro Shot. Is this going to get the job done? Oh, so sick. Archaludon, you are so sick. That's why everyone uses Archaludon. Took me a while to come around to it, but we got there in the end. Sitrus Berry activates. Good stuff, good stuff. And we should seal it from here, right? Yeah, well, it's +2 Electro Shot. It wouldn't surprise me if Floette survives with a Sliver, but then the Hurricane's going to get the job done. I survived with way more health than I expected. Got confusion, nice. What is it, Draining Kiss? Go on, hit yourself, hit yourself. That'd be hilarious. I was on 1%. I was hoping that'd be the KO. That'd have been so funny. Right, what we got? Right, 2 turns of both. So, here's what we do. Here's what we do, we win. GG. GG. What, that was an interesting one, that, especially with the Rotom set opposite, but we played it well with the Archaludon. Recognising that was what we needed. We need to get that Archaludon out and then straight back in. Sick plays, especially the Gigaton Hammer into Rotom turn 1. Loved that. Anyway, on to the final game. Okay, the third and final opponent is here. It is Goodstuffs. As good stuff as it gets. They got the Farigiraf as well. Usually, when we face this kind of team, they just lead the Charizard Garchomp. We'll see about that. Is it another Tinkaton Archaludon lead? Maybe. You know what? It's not. It's definitely not. We don't bring Archaludon. As much as I want to bring Archaludon against this Floette. We're actually going to go with Tinkaton Blastoise as a lead. Usually Tinkaton Sinistcha would be my go-to, but we're might be able to pull off a cheeky Shell Smash here. If they lead like the Farigiraf Charizard, then that's the sort of thing we could probably go for. So we'll see. It's the Floette Farigiraf. What is Farigiraf doing? Usually they help in hand. It does get access to Thunderbolt as well. So it's worth keeping that in mind. Fake out. Fake out who? I mean, if there's a Protect, it's going to be the Floette. What a pivotal turn 1 this is. Because if they help in hand, then the Floette will the Giraffe will avoid the fake out. We're gonna do it. This is a really risky play. It probably should have been the Floette. It's the bigger threat, I think. But there's every possibility they have the Thunderbolt on the Giraffe as well. They usually do. Let's see. Okay, Flight Protects. Oh, that was that honestly was a risky play. There's a million ways this could have gone. But we made the right one. What can I say? What can I say? Sometimes you got to do it. And all of a sudden, I think we're cooking. I think we're cooking. It's not often I get to pull off the turn 1 Shell Smash at this point in the ladder, but we're swapping that Pelipper in. We're water spouting the balls off of these two, let me tell you. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. It couldn't have gone any better, but we'll see. I'm not gonna start celebrating the victory till we've got the victory. Yeah, you're not surviving that. +2, Mega Blastoise, Water Spout in the rain. Now, the cool thing is, they cannot change the weather with Charizard because they Mega Evolve the Floette. That's even if they've even brought the Charizard. I think it's a forfeit. I think that's it. It's a forfeit! Oh, that was a nice quick one. That was easy. But again, let's break that down. So, we lost the first game due to not... just our opponent getting the pivotal turns correct. Not pivotal turns, like they just played really well, and they made the right play, and it was like a coin flip. Unfortunately, we didn't. And then in this game, we made the right play, and the opponent unfortunately just didn't. And what can you say? That's Pokemon. That's the game. Thanks for watching. That's the Blastoise team. I honestly think if I'm going to reach champion tier, this is going to be the team that I'm going to do it with. So I'm going to keep pushing. I don't play as much as I used to. Back in the day. I've got other stuff. Not got other stuff to do. That's a bit condescending sounding. I don't enjoy it like I used to. I still enjoy it a lot, but like now, I don't know. I think it's the brain power. I think it's the years and years of playing. Some of it, like I'm a bit jaded too. Honestly, being completely transparent with you as well. I do think that I know for a fact I've gotten a bit worse as a player every time. I think missing things like trick room turns. No, not trick room turns. Stuff like damage calcs. Back in the day, I didn't even need to think. I just knew everything. I enjoyed it so much. I played so much. Now, I think it is just years and years of being jaded. Maybe I can retrain myself to maintain focus and pay attention. But anyway, that's enough about me. Thanks for watching. I don't know what's going to be in the next video. It might be more Mega Blastoise. We'll see. Do want to bring back the Houndoom again as well. A bit less memey. Hopefully I'll see you then. You take care.